Hey, I'm Angie from Whimsy, Chaos, and Crochet. It's my small business. I started crocheting a few years ago for my mental health and just kind of stuck with it. And I'm going to go through the process of making this bag. I would love to be one of those creators that was like, look what I've made this week, and pull out like the most amazing 87 things you've ever seen in your life. This is not going to happen. I did finish a small throw from some yarn my dad yard sale for me, and this granny square bag, which I do love. It's not completely finished because it needs straps, but I'm just going to buy the straps off of Amazon because that's what I want to do. Anyways, so this is my first time editing together a video. So bear with me. Thanks for joining. Like and subscribe. Come back. I'm going to try to post more often. And thanks for stopping by. It's Angie again. Doing my crochet thing. I'm actually making something for myself. And I wanted to show you what I made. I have seen this crocheted bag everywhere, but I used MJ's off the hook designs off of the tube, her tutorial, not because I don't know how to make a granny square, but I wanted to see exactly how it come together, and she also shows you how to line it. I'm still not sure. I'm kind of lazy if I want to line this or not. However, I want to show you what I did and explain why yarn math got me again. So I used Red Heart Super Saver Bitty Stripes, and this colorway is, I think, like Crayola Crown Box. Well, it would be Crayola because they probably can't use that name, but it's called Crown Box. And the yarn feels terrible. I'm so used to working with plushy yarn that to me it just feels like, ugh. But I'm not wearing it, so So, in the white, my friend Vince had sent me some milk cotton yarn. And I thought I would have enough of that, and I don't have a label on it anymore, but it was like a skein of it. But anyways, you'll see. So this is one. You make 3 granny squares. This is the second one. This was my original, what I was going to do originally. This is my first one. Do 2 rows of white, 2 rows of color, do that. And then I was going to attach it with the colored yarn. Well, unfortunately, I got through that first one and realized that I was not going to have enough white yarn if I continue that. So I went to the second one and was like, okay, so I'll space it out and just do one in between. It'll be fine. And I'll make this one the main, like the bottom. I'll show you what my plan is. And then I got to the end of that and I was like, oh no. So, anyways, I just got a center and then one more little white to bring the white together, or to bring the white into that, into that one too. Basically, I do a lot of small makes. I like to make plushies and small things, and you don't use a whole skein of yarn for that stuff. And plus, I tend to use like Bernay, like the bigger brands, like Blanket Yarns, that come with a lot of yardage. So I don't always have this problem. So anyways, I'm going to show you what I'm thinking of doing, and you guys tell me before I assemble this purse, which way you like the purse to flow. Hold on. So this is the first layout, and the mostly solid pieces on the bottom. Originally, I had decided I was going to make the solid piece, or the mostly white piece, be the bottom and then bring in the colors on the side, and you don't see my nonsense over there. However, I do not necessarily care for that. This is my least favorite way. And then, of course, we've got this colorway, which I think is my favorite. I did order some more white yarn. It's going to be different white because this is milk yarn, and it was a special yarn that my friend sent me. I don't have any more of it. I think to attach the purse, I do think I'll put a button there so the purse will be able to close. And then for the top on MJ's Off the Hook design, instead of making a strap, she bought her straps off of Amazon, and they're detachable, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then there's the other way, because I can't remember if I showed you that way. And I like this side for the front better of that one. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy the shoulder strap. I like the thought of that. And the purse ended up being much bigger than what I thought. That was 10 rounds. She called for 11. But when I wanted to do the every, 2, 2, and 2, 11's an odd number, and I didn't want to do that. So that's what I have going on. The lining, she actually just cuts out the fabric, hems it with fabric glue, and glues it together, which is totally my speed. My extra mom, Kim, who is wonderful and lovely, she honestly would probably sew in a liner if I wanted her to, or asked her. But I'm not sure if I want to line it or not. Of course, anything you put in it, if it's not big, though, will fall right through it because, it does have holes. So, anyways, that is my purse. Tell me what you think, and tell me what setup, how you like the setup of the granny squares. Help me decide what looks best, and if I should use white or if I should use, because I have plenty of this yarn left, this to seam it all together. And what color handle? I think I'll just go with like a white with silver, because that's what I prefer. And I don't want to bring a bunch of wild colors, because it already is wild and mismatched. So tell me what you think. Thanks for looking. Love you guys. Have a good day. Hey y'all. Hey. So I finished this purse. One of my comments, well, my only comment, like I'm some big creator. One of my comments said, hey, why don't you take out some of the rounds of the white yarn on the mostly white granny square and make it colored, and then, put everything together with white yarn. And that is exactly what I did. I took out the yarn on this one and replaced it with the bitty stripes, and then I couldn't figure out how to do the join that MJ Off the Hook design was doing. She's right-handed, and I've taught myself a lot to do things because I'm left-handed, but the way she was holding the yarn and running, it was called a flat seam stitch, or a flat slip stitch. Slip stitch. That makes sense. But for the life of me, I could not figure out how to do it. So I just stitched it up together. And this is my purse. It is pretty decent inside. And I did even tie in all my ends. Now I just need to get a strap because I am going to put a store-bought strap on it. And I don't know if I'm going to line it yet or not because I'm lazy. But I do like it. I think it turned out very pretty. And in fact, I want to make more. But I have a pattern test that I need to do, which I'm happy. I haven't done a pattern test in a while. I've just not really felt up to it, and I've only applied for a few, and I didn't get chosen. But anyways, big yawn. I just got off work. So thanks. Make your purse. It's just 3 big granny squares. Easiest thing ever. You'll love it. Trust me. Bye.